Okay, here we are. I'm going to start HAL Auto, and it looks like I've got a fairly dependable system right now. So I'll start up the schematic. This is going to tell me in 0 to 100% how far away from the camera the tray slider and the tray itself are. So here we are. The pixel length is 77 and 79. Here 104, 104. And what happens is this is the original picture, and then it goes through these series of events or functions in OpenCV to get the actual size of the square, and that will depend on how far away it is. So if I move, you can hear that. I'm going to move this one down some, and I think I've got it set about 10 or 13 seconds before it actually reads it. And when you see this, see, it changed to 57 to 57 in size, and that relates to 4% distance, 0 to 100% from top to bottom. The other one is at 77%, this one, which means I've got them set so that the distance it travels is from 0 to 100% gravity. I was going to do millimeters here. In fact, I've got, you can see I've named it millimeter, but really this is a converter that takes an input from the size that you can see right here. Excuse me, this size goes through, since it's two size 57, 57, it's two items. This particular control here takes that information and splits it into one. So I say, hey, a comma separates the two items, and take the number one item, and it's 113. Take that and convert it to an integer or range. So this is actually a string, which you can't use to do mathematical functions with. So I convert it to an integer, and then that integer dumps into this converter that says, let me see, let me click on the converter itself. It's somewhere in here. There it is. I'm going to have to rename it to percentage. Okay, anyway, doesn't really matter. But you can see the 35 to 124 in pixel size, that's the dots, the size of this actual square is converted to 0 to 100%. So when the square is at 35 pixels wide, I'm at the end of its travel on one end, and when it's a big square, 124, then that means that it's at 100% of its travel. It's actually close to the camera. So this, as this changes, this will also change from 0 to 100% and give me an accurate distance, which I can use to position myself to get seed, to place seeds and to harvest. So this is the schematic that is taking both of them, both of the cameras, and this grabs the information. The camera is a Wi-Fi camera, and that's at its address, and I've got it set to port 5005. So it grabs it, places it in a defined square routine, which is this guy over here, sends it on down the line until I get a 0 to 100%. So it's done, it's working, and now I can use this to position the robot. So that's what I'm going to do next now. So that's all working. I have a way to position the robot, and now I'll go ahead and work on the routines that say, okay, I want the robot at 35% of its range, and I want it to stop right there so that it can, maybe it's in line with one of the pods where the seeds is going to be placed. But anyway, it is working, and I've finally, since April 27th, I've been working on this, and it's done. I need to add another camera at the bottom for the unit, and that's going to work when it's out in the greenhouse itself. And that's it.